Hello parents, I'm Bill Spurlock of Rutherford County Schools. I wanted to go over the plans that we have for reopening our schools this fall, but I also want you to know that neither one of these plans have been approved yet by the board. That will occur on July 9th. They will take up those options. The first plan involves traditional. In the traditional, it is like it says, we will be back on our campuses with instruction while following the CDC guidelines and the information that's provided us by the state and local health department. However, I want you to know there will be options for parents who choose not to bring their children back to school. We will put them on a distance learning plan, and that will be provided for those students whose parents would rather they stay at home with the distance learning while the pandemic is still underway. Now, during that time, sometime during that year, if it becomes, if the virus seems to slow down or maybe even not exist anymore, the parents can choose for their children to come back to school. That is our first plan. Our second plan involves what we call a hybrid plan. Primarily what we do is we will separate or divide up students in an A-B schedule. Half will go on Monday, while the other half on Monday will be in our distance learning at home. And then on Tuesday, we will switch that and we will alternate with the exception of Friday, where everyone will be on distance learning. I will also point out that there's an option to that one. If someone chooses for their child to stay on distance learning every day of the week, that is their prerogative. The third one is all distance learning. We hope it doesn't come to that. However, that will be of the plan if this occurs. Now, I want you to know the decisions that we will make will be done in conjunction with the CDC guidelines, what our local and state health departments are telling us, and the data that we receive. You know, we're constantly looking at the data. We're stockpiling the data. We're looking at how many are new cases we have, how many have recovered, and how many were hospitalized. I will tell you the trend as far as hospitalization has been very small, and we do know, looking at the data, that there are certain age groups that are more prevalent to receive the virus than others. I would also point out that if we do the first one, if the traditional is voted on, and let's just say that a certain school has an outbreak, we will do what's called contact tracing, identify those that may have been exposed to the virus, and they would have to be checked to see if they are, if they have the virus, and then if they do, they would be quarantined for 2 weeks. During that time, we would put them on, if they were not sick enough that it would hurt them, we would put them on distance learning, until which time that they could come back. Now, like I said, I know this has been a huge issue with everyone concerning opening of schools and doing it in a very effective and safe manner, and believe me, the board and myself and everyone at this central office, the decisions we make, we understand the ramifications of it, and we understand that we're going to put children's safety first. Now, I also want to let you know that as we look at these things, the State Department of Education has, actually the State Board of Education has made quite clear to all school districts that this year they are expecting 180 days of instruction. Now, that's what our school year is for our students, 180 days of instruction. What that looks like, that could be on campus or that could be with our distance learning. We do know that we have challenges in terms of internet, and we're working on those things, but I'll be perfectly transparent with you. That's going to take more than 1 year in order to get this thing the way we need it. Now, obviously, we would wish as we go forward that things would clear up and it would be less cloudy in terms of the number of cases, but we will make this decision where it is to the best interest of all. And we will make sure that all the feedback that we receive, we are making that very available to our board members so they can make that decision along with me. And we want to make sure that we come back to normalcy as much as possible. We do appreciate your patience as you wait for the July the 9th board meeting. Just as soon as that meeting is over and in one of those plans are approved, we will be providing you with all the information that you probably even want. But believe me, we're excited about this coming year. We want to get back in our schools as soon as possible, but we also want to be make very sure that it is safe for us to go back. We thank you for all that you do and continue to support us.